Hare Krishna. How are you, my little Gillus? Oh, so this Gillu is our today's story. Gillu, the little squirrel. Now there was a little squirrel called as the Gillu. He used to live in a small hole under a peepal tree. He was very particular with his work. Near the tree there was a little pond. Gillu, the squirrel, could hear the fishes jumping in and out of the pond. He could even recognize the voice of various animals who would come and drink water from the pond. Gillu had asked the woodpecker to peck a small hole within his house towards the east side so that the sunlight could directly come into his house, which could act as a little tube light through which Gillu would wake up in the early morning. He would then clean up his entire house, go to collect the nuts, and after coming he would arrange the nuts in the different shelves of his house. Everything for Gillu was completely perfect. One day he heard some voice above his house. He put his furry hair outside the little hole to check out what is the noise all about, and he was surprised to see there was a new neighbor which had come up for him. It was a koel which had made her nest just above Gillu the squirrel's house. And seeing that, he was a bit surprised because koel would now keep on cooing very sweetly. Hearing this sweet cooing voice, her friends would reply back. Next morning, even before the sun had risen up, Gillu just woke up suddenly. Hearing the koel cooing, her friends kept replying in return. "What a noise is this?" exclaimed the little Gillu. Later in the evening, the koel was now trying to clean her feathers, and few feathers flew and went in Gillu's house. After some time, he could even see the peels of some of the fruits as well as seeds in his house. Seeing all this, Gillu was very upset. His house had become completely a mess. He had to clean his house again and again because of various kind of dirty things coming directly from the house of koel. Seeing all this, Gillu immediately marched to the peepal tree and said, Peepal tree, I am very grateful to you that you have given me the shelter to stay. She keeps dirtying my house entirely the entire day. Sometimes her feather comes into my house. I can see the peels of the fruits and seeds. I have to keep dusting and cleaning my entire house again and again. I don't even get the time to go and collect the nuts for myself. I am very tired of her. Please do something, Mr. Peepal Tree. Hearing this, the peepal tree said, I have been made by God in this manner. I have been asked to give shelter to all the creatures who come under me. Be it a little mice who keeps digging the ground to make a house near my roots. Be it a woodpecker who keeps picking my wood to make up a house for you people. Be it a bird who comes and makes a nest on my branches. Or be it any person who comes under me to take the shelter. It's my duty to give shelter to them. This is how the Lord has made me. Following Lord's plan in everything is the nature which has been given to me by the God. My dear little Gillu, if we don't learn to tolerate little problems today, then tomorrow they would grow up and become big problems of a life. If we allow small things to irritate us, we will never be happy in our life. Hearing the words from the peepal tree, Gillu realized his mistake. He immediately bounced into his house, just ran up to the koel, invited her to have dinner with him in the night. They had a wonderful feast of fruits and nuts together, and they became the best of the friends forever. So my dear friends, the moral of the story is we should learn to have tolerance and never get irritated by small things happening in our life. And just as Gillu did, make everyone your best and closest friends. Thank you very much, my little Gillus. Hare Krishna.